In the wordy world, where were the gods before gods? We too often hear or see it whether we want to or not. Hence the question, what is gods? Gods is what you see and hear, a word. Why? Because gods is no exception to the fact that everything you know is a word. If gods wasn't a word, how would you know each of them? As you take your time to think about this, let me remind you of what Shakespeare said some 400 years ago. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. The same applies to words since the beginning of words. A word by any other name is a word. Practically speaking, everything you know and can think of is a word. In other words, we exist in a world of words. And like the world's other 9 billion word users can, you can call words a dream too. After all, that's what words are for. But it doesn't make any difference. Existing in a world of words and existing in a dream world, though different words, they are the same thing. Everybody knows that every child of every mammal is born wordless. What everybody doesn't know is that the children of word users are no exception. Contrary to mammals that have decided to not use words, we learn words between the age of 1 to 6 average, from parents, siblings, friends, preachers, teachers and smartphones. Talking of learning words, in the beginning is the word is printed in the most printed and translated book. But most word users don't believe that's a fact. They believe it's merely words printed in a book that wants its readers to believe the most successful lie ever. But even if these word users don't believe the most successful lie ever, they are wrong. Because in the beginning is the word, is in fact the world's one and only fact that can be denied only by confirming it. That is by using words. Every other fact in the world can be denied. Let's return one more time to in the beginning is the word. Though the place where words are taught is school, no school on earth teaches the meaning of in the beginning is the word. So let me catch up on the schools. For those that don't know yet, in the beginning is the word means the word is in the beginning of everything. Of everything including beginning, sun, stars, universe, world, you, me, gods, smartphones, and every other word you can think of. In other words, before the word users invented the words for beginning, sun, stars, universe, world, you, me, smartphone, gods, and every other word you can think of, the beginning, sun, stars, universe, world, you, me, gods, smartphones, and every other word you can think of didn't exist. Makes sense? I know from personal experience that in the beginning is the word is hard to understand. However, I equally know that you can relax because, like me, you must do this only once. Because when you understand in the beginning is the word, you cannot ununderstand it. Because we exist in a world of words. Words are the limits of your world. But that's true only until you realise that's how words work. Because when you see how words work, they cease to be the limits of your world. When you see how words work, you can change your words and change the limits of your world at the same time. Because words are void of organs, they couldn't be anything else if they tried. The one with the organs to try anything, including trying to make words what they are not, is you, the word user. But the fact remains, you can deny gods only by confirming it, by using it. Though the inventor of gods is dead and the witnesses are gone, it's beyond the shadow of a doubt that he invented gods to describe fictional characters. I know this is a surprise to the many that are surprised by this, so you probably wonder how to tell fictional characters from their counterparts, the non-fictional characters. Relax, it's easy once again, and here's how. Fictional characters don't have a date of birth, never spent a day at school, and don't have an address on Earth. While their counterparts, the non-fictional characters, do have a date of birth, did spend years at school, and do have an address on Earth. Also useful to know is that each fictional character has been invented by a non-fictional character. And equally useful to know is whenever a fictional character talks or writes, a non-fictional character talks all rights for him, her, or it. Although this post is about gods, they are of course not the only fictional characters in town. The contrary is true. The wordy world's many others fictional characters include Santa Claus, Snow White, Tom Thumb, Cinderella, Peter Pan, Mary Poppins, Little Prince, Superwoman, Superman, Catwoman, and James Bond, to name a few. No one breathing today knows if the inventor of gods knew what it describes. But if the internet and Wikipedia today are anything to go by, confusion reigns supreme, and word users that claim they don't believe in gods claim in fact they don't believe in words instead. They don't know what they do. They even forgot what their eyes are for. So there's only one thing I can do: forgive. In the wordless world, things are different. Though the word users mistake the wordless for nature. The sun, energy, fire, air, earth, water, atoms, cells, plants, mountains, valleys, oceans, stars, moons, and wordless animals don't know gods for the self-evident reason that nature is void of words. Yet everything in the wordless world is accomplished. Even though nature sometimes seems cruel to the wordy, everything in it is interdependent. Both hunters and prey are part and parcel of the wordless world. The death of one allows for the life of another.